Last week in Barcelona, the momentum finally shifted. Evan McFarland's run of control came undone after a crash in the heat race sent him to the semi-final, and it only got worse from there. A technical failure on the grid left the defending champion stranded, while Kieran Lifflander took full advantage. He won both his heat and the Grand Prix to tighten the championship to 3 points between them with just 2 rounds remaining. As the gap has shrank, the pressure rises, and the title fight is very much alive again. Behind the chaos, Zach Blanche continued his breakout season with another strong second-place finish, while Klaus Kreutzer returned to the podium in third. And now we return to Knockhill, the very place where McFarland shut down Lifflander 2 seasons ago to seal a world title. The hills of Scotland have settled scores before. Will they do it again? We go green in Scotland, live next on ASN. Our venue this afternoon is Knockhill Circuit, first raced by NASA in 2022. It features 6 corners and is widely known for its steep downhill, turn 1 entry, and tunnel-like, tire wall-lined, bumpy dirt section. This delivers an incredibly unpredictable driving surface that ends in a courageous blind final corner exit that often promotes utter chaos like we saw on Monday when I decided to run out of talent on the Joker Merge. In NASA Rallycross, here's our format. After open practice, we are going to head to a single-car 3-lap qualifying session, and that will be inverted for our 5-lap heat races. You win a heat, and you're straight to the feature with 2 bonus points. This will set the field for the semifinals, also 5 laps, and the top half of each race advances, with the top 3 earning extra points. It'll set the stage for a 10-lap feature, and unique to NASA Rallycross, 2 Jokers are taken all afternoon. The 33rd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship continues today, live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, as NASA and ASN are proud to welcome you to the 9th running of the Scottish Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Also by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for camera support all season. And finally by Alex Zabetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. Brian, Kieran had a perfect week last week. Evan had some issues. We got 2 weeks left, 7 cars. I don't know if we're going to have chaos like Monday. How are you? What are you thinking?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good, Josh. Super excited to get over with Knockhill. Knockhill week. It's been chaotic to say the least. But we only got 7 cars here today, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're going to have an FIA regulation 6-car feature, so we all might make it today.
That's the field size that I was used to when everyone roasted me, including you, for my double Joker on Monday. I'm used to 6 cars. I wasn't used to 13 cars on Monday. Do you want to take a look at points now? Jump to qualifying? What are we doing?
Absolutely. We're going to take you can go ahead, jump to qualifying. We're going to hit the points real quick. We're moving through this broadcast today. We all got a time crunch. Evan McFarland leading this championship by 3 points over Kieran Lifflander, 164 to 161. Zach Blanche in third, looking for something to happen between these 2 drivers with 140 points. Matthew Lindy, Klaus Kreutzer, Marcus Simmer, Josh Darnell, Devin Hughes, Jake Robichaud, and Octavio Rondoletto rounding out our top 10. In the team standings, it's TWR Subi Squad at the top, 361 points. I believe that's definitely secure, Josh. JC
Yes.
Simsport NP2, 207. Control Z, 188. Kieran Lifflander Racing, 178. TWR Fiesta Siesta, Byte 500. Slapex Racing, Control Z, and TO Racing, rounding out the top 10. We're skipping manufacturers because we know how that goes. Subaru, Ford, VW. Who's moving first, Josh?
Subaru's 24th championship, TWR Subi Squad's 6th championship unofficially. First car on track, Kieran Lifflander's second place man in the World Championship. He crosses the start-finish line to begin his first lap here at Knockhill. It's been a back and forth between the two kids the last 4 seasons off the road in car number 20. I don't know if that'll be a 0x off track, but that was an immense line from the South Carolina kid through the dirt. You have to believe that your car is going to behave. You have to almost force your way through, as it is very easy, Brian, to let the dirt control you. As Kieran exits and into the final couple of corners, what will he do? Rounding in car number 20 across the line for Lifflander. 36-4 the benchmark, Brian. Darnell in the fence. Big hit for Darnell in the 029. I'm taking a look off monitor. I wanted to give you a moment to talk, but these guys aren't already in qualifying. And we've got world champion McFarlane off the final corner to begin his lap. Let's ride on board with the world champion, Brian. You giving Kieran credit for a championship he hasn't won yet? Evans through the dirt now. Let's try and pick up Evan through the final couple of corners. He's going to round the final corner, cross the start-finish line, and Evan crosses the line at a 35.855, and that is not P1. Evan told me a couple moments ago that it is going to be hundreds, maybe thousands between them, and it is 0.019 of a second between the two kids in qualifying so far. Kieran comes off the final corner on his third lap. Will he improve? 35.833, barely, I think, improves in the 20, simmered at 37.4. He's fourth. Josh Darnell on his second lap. He's currently in the 7th spot, and Evan has 1 lap left. So Darnell 36.5, Lindy crosses the line, 36.7, Kreutzer 37.1. Blanche has not set a lap time yet. McFarlane has 2 100ths to try and make up on Kieran in the 20. Just trying to pick our way through. Zach Blanche has made it to the track, so he will be finishing his qualifying run. Hi, Brian. Were you muted this entire time?
I was. That man ran from the car, his real car, to his fake car, and made it to the track.
36.
I'm having a cool issue where nobody's name showed up.
Oh, good. I figured that's why. There we go. We're fixing everything. Lindy 36.5, Darnell 36.5. Zach Blanche begins his first lap, and the world champion will begin his third and final lap. I might have to take your radio style as Brian diagnoses the visuals for you here on ASN. I promise we know what we're doing as McFarlane down the front straightaway, push way wide, drivers left, over turn 1, down the hill, Duffus dip, use the AstroTurf as much as you can, but brake. Still, keep the right sides on the grass to grip your way through turn 2 and through the left, through the right of the dirt. 3 and 4, so tricky for the old school guys. It's a lot like Croft from back in the day. You have to tame the dirt. Don't let it control you. Avoid the tires. Let's head to the world champion, Brian, if you can, because McFarlane has 2 corners left in car number 1. Will he improve? He's looking for a 35.833, crosses the line as the kid from California. It's a 35.836. It's 0.003 between them in qualifying, and Kieran Lifflander on pole position. This is going to be fantastic. Wow.
I got everything sorted for the last 2 corners. That's all we need.
And Zach Blanche, has he given up his qualifying run? He has 1 lap left in car number 2. It's going to be fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us early on the Automotive Sports Network. Full disclosure, I don't think I'm going to have any tech issues. Knock on wood. We're back on the Windows computer. No Mac experiments today. That's why I probably sound better. Maybe. Depends on how you feel. But Zach Blanche through the dirt. Once he crosses the line, we are going to send it immediately to the heat race. We're making good time, though, Brian. We're making really good time. Everything's fixed.
Cooking.
We are all good. Once Blanche crosses the line, you'll take a look at programming notes, and then we'll roll through as Blanche currently in 6th. The Australian crosses the line, 36.9, so he stays 6th quick. Just to take a look at the classification, Lifflander, McFarlane, Lindy, Darnell, Kreutzer, Blanche, Simmer, our qualifying order for the World Championship Scottish Grand Prix today in Knockhill. Brian, you got some programming notes for us?
Absolutely. It's not a whole lot. And I don't know why. Oh, I see you added them, but didn't add the right logo name. That's okay.
I broke the logo.
Yeah, that's okay. Tomorrow we have NASA Rallycross Futures and Lights. We're going to hell. Normally that would be the last week of the season, but we have Iowa in 2 weeks. But that will start at 8 p.m. Eastern if you're a Futures driver. 9 p.m. will be Josh Darnell and myself for the Lights broadcast on Monday. NASA Rallycross contenders, we're going to hell. It's Justin Robichaux and myself if his computer is fixed. And then next week, we're back here for the finale, Josh.
It's going to be super fun to see which one of these kids, if Kieran will make it an inaugural World Championship or if Evan McFarlane, what is it? I don't even remember anymore.
It'll be
5 in a row he's going for?
It will be 5.
Bananas. Absolutely crazy. As he will tie Philip Kraus. He's currently tied with Dylan Livingood for 3rd all-time, but he could potentially tie Philip Kraus 2nd on the champion list if he can close it out next week. We will head to heat number 1 here in Knockhill. Did you like that live graphic change that I did while you were saying that? Did you notice that?
No.
As they're now fixed. I promise I know what I'm doing.
No, thank you.
Grid for heat. You're welcome. Grid for heat number 1, we got Marcus Indrek Simmer, Klaus Kreutzer, Matthew Lindy, and Kieran Lifflander. Nobody on track yet. Lindy on track. And we wait for Lifflander in the 20. Everybody on track. As we get set for the first heat race, we know there's chaos in turn 1 here at Knockhill. Just go back and watch the broadcast. My start from heat 3 at Contenders. Green flag. Oh, we're 4 wide into the first corner. Lindy backs out of it into Simmer. Side by side, it's Kreutzer and Lifflander down to turn 1. They're both slideways. Kreutzer does not save it. Lifflander does. The man from Illinois to the back of the field. Simmer to the inside of Lindy. And it's Lifflander, Lindy, Simmer, and Kreutzer into the dirt for the first time, Brian.
Yeah, these we got a small field tonight. These inverts aren't that big of a deal. I mean, Kieran already all the way to the front.
Are you dealing with dogs that are doing bad things? Is that your wife yelling in the background? Yes, off across the line, Kieran Lifflander leads. We've got Lindy, we've got Simmer, we've got Kreutzer. It's going to be a Josh and Brian podcast with some ambient noise of dogs being yelled at. Potentially cats being yelled at on my side as well. Welcome to live production. As Lifflander, I just wonder what will happen in the next hour and next week. If everything will go right or if something will go wrong. I'm not trying to commentator's curse. Lifflander ends the first lap out and away from Lindy, Simmer, and Kreutzer. As Kreutzer jokers, so does Simmer in the 77 and in the 4. And we rode on board the world champion McFarlane for a little bit. Let's ride on board Kieran and enjoy a lap in Knockhill. You have to trust in your car through the dirt, through turn 1. As Lifflander into the final couple of corners. Lindy followed him through the Joker on the first time of asking for those guys. 35.395. Lindy takes his second Joker, so he does a back-to-back. Simmer takes his second Joker as well, and so does Kreutzer. So it's all going to be down to Lindy versus Lifflander. Kieran's very deep in turn 2. He missed the grass by a mile, Brian. And that is so crucial because if you don't rip the grass in turn 2, you're going to get stuck in the dirt, in the loose gravel, all that nasty stuff, and you're going to hemorrhage time. Liftlander Jokers. We might be having some choppiness, Brian. I'm not sure if you're aware of that one. As Lindy, no contest for Liftlander as we take the white flag. As Kieran again pushes way wide, slides deep again. You know what he's trying to do? He is trying to maximize every little bit, using this as a test session for the feature, and it's getting worse, Brian, the choppiness, just so you're aware. I'm reading our friends in chat. We're testing a new system. Around the final corner. Kieran will win heat number 1. Ahead of Matthew Lindy, Marcus Indrek Simmer, and Klaus Kreutzer. It's heat number 2. Gridded up. We have Zach Blanche, Josh Darnell, and Evan McFarlane. Brian's not replying to me, but he can't hear me, so I feel like he is trying to fix this on the back end. As we get ready to roll for heat number 2. Green flag. It's a TWRS second heat race, and McFarlane needs all these points he can get to match Liftlander into turn 1. Blanche leads, McFarlane leads Darnell. Because right now, the gap is down to 2. If McFarlane, actually, technically speaking, they're tied if McFarlane does not win this, but he ends up winning the semifinal. There's a lot of permutations that are floating around. We'll just have to wait and see. Let us know if it's still choppy. Internally, ladies and gentlemen, I am not seeing any choppiness, so maybe we are fixed. As Zach Blanche leads to begin the first lap proper. Over the curb, slides at the Australian in the 2, deep in the corner. There goes McFarlane. McFarlane, Blanche. What happened to Darnell? And Darnell crashed into the tires, and the 029 is out. To the semifinal he goes. Taking a second look, into the wall, and off he goes. Easy to do when you rip this grass and you have millimeters to manage to be perfect.
I'm just disappointed, Josh. It's unfortunate that Darnell's out, but I had this graphic ready for contenders on Monday, and I didn't get to use it. I was looking for a flip.
In ASN's sake, I hope we have one to use it. For NASA's sake, I hope we don't. I don't want a flip. I don't want chaos. So now if you're McFarlane, you can match the points total that Kieran has over you, and it's back to, well, it's a 2-point gap now between them. And it's a 2-point gap between first and second. So we might have, oh God, we might have another tie in the World Championship for another season. But of course, anything can happen. His last lap for McFarlane, 35.6. It was a 42.2 for Blanche, but that was with the mistake. As crossing the line, 41.2 as McFarlane jokered. 36.5 for Blanche. 2 laps to go. And the track will rubber in later on during the feature, and the dirt will get very unpredictable. And another thing about knowing how to drive this track and taking control of the dirt and not letting it control you is when you crest the hill that Blanche just passed, sometimes it has a little glitch where it wears in, and you turn in for that right-hander, and it pulls you and wants to basically make you eat the tire barriers and cause an ASN flip count to go up. But it's all a matter of knowing how the car will behave, and that's the big thing with all this dirt road stuff, Brian. It's just practice, practice, practice. We're watching the best in the world do it.
Yeah, especially this track too. The dirt doesn't wear in the same as all the other dirt tracks. I mean, everywhere else you can see your line form, and on this track the line doesn't form. You just gotta know where it is.
As McFarlane wins heat number 2, Blanche and Darnell to the semifinal. Are we going to have one semifinal? We'll just have to wait and see. I hope for our sake we do. I'm not going to eat a shoe. I can't answer for Brian, but I'm definitely not going to eat a shoe.
No, not with 5 cars. I'm not offering anything with 5 cars.
Lindy, Blanche, Simmer, Darnell, and Kreutzer for our single semi-final today here in Scotland. And that means 4 cars transfer. One of these guys are going to go home. It was always the worst when we had short fields back in the day. You'd have 6 or 7 cars.
One goes home.
1 car goes home. It's like, damn it. I don't want to sit on the sideline, but I have to. Semi-final time in Scotland. Green flag. Side by side, Blanche and Lindy. Side 3 wide, sorry. Kreutzer with Simmer and Darnell down to the first corner. Simmer backs out of it. As Kreutzer nearly into Darnell. They're side by side into the dirt. The sole Ford today. And it'll be Blanche, Lindy, Kreutzer, Darnell, and Simmer through the dirt for the first time. As Blanche, third in points, 21 down on McFarlane. Sorry, 21 down on Liftlander. And Lindy's 9 points down on him, so I wonder if those 2 TWR teammates are going to have a good battle between them. As I think Simmer jokered off the start, so we could basically rule him out. And I think he's going to be the man that's out unless there's a massive crash or penalty or whatever it may be.
That just secured the position for everybody else. He's out way too early. Well, yeah, no, if he keeps driving, it will be a 10-second penalty. So I'm lying to you. Yeah, if
he keeps driving but someone crashes
happens,
too.
Yeah, it's not a DQ. Josh Darnell off to the Joker.
As lap time's beginning to roll in. They're not too truthful, though, because the way this track counts it counts lap 0 and lap 1 together. Little quirk here in Scotland. And the 2 teammates having a nice battle. You do get an extra point. You get 3 points for winning the semifinal, 2 for second, 1 for third. It's through the dirt. Who will joker? Blanche and Lindy. Kreutzer stays out. As Darnell rounds the final corner on the regular course to come out. No contact between him and Lindy. Has 3 laps to go for Kreutzer.
He's only about 4 seconds up. I think Blanche is going to have this one if Klaus jokers right now. And he's going to go.
Let's take a look. The man from Illinois takes to the joker. Blanche jokers. Lindy rounds the final corner. Watch on the merge between them. Darnell has to hit the brakes mid-corner. As we take 2 laps to go. Simmer into the wall. So remember what we talked about? That's contact between Lindy and Kreutzer in turn 1. Darnell to the inside of the lead. What had happened there? As Lindy backed up the corner, Klaus just sent it, nearly climbed the back of car number 3. And Lindy's done. And Simmer has just disconnected from the server when Lindy's car is toast and Kreutzer's crashed as well.
Which one is the rainbow car? Who is that?
Klaus Kreutzer.
Klaus Kreutzer, yeah. Klaus is the one that he rear-ended it looked like Lindy. So Darnell's very happy about this. He's gonna take the Joker now with his 5-second lead. He should be fine. Lindy is crab walking that car. Somebody call on the phone, call Simmer, let him know he's going to the feature.
I'm yelling at him on our JC Discord to tell him to get back in because Lindy's crashed. Lindy is crawling.
Lindy's still
back
on the track.
Checkered flag Darnell in the semifinal. Lanch second. Kreutzer, his car is struggling as well.
Where are any of these cars, Josh? Josh Darnell's the only one that wanted to finish the race today. Josh just got a black flag for only taking one Joker. Okay.
What just happened?
Nobody wanted to finish that race. So
All
Zach
right,
Blanche definitely just won that semi-final because Josh Darnell didn't take his second Joker. Josh came in second. I don't quite know what the order was for the rest of that. We'll find out after the break. Go do a little investigation. And we'll be right back.
Absolutely. Stay tuned.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clogging the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up Betty to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rally's going to hold the spot. The NASA Rallycross Challenge on ASN is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their continued support of NASA Sim Racing. By Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. Thanks to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. And by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA, and according to Brian, we might even be on the dark web. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. All the information is at nasasimracing.com. As we welcome you back to round 293 of the championship overall and round 7 of the 33rd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship here in Scotland. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck, and next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. Brian, I need to ask you, who's going to join Jacob Raffo's Josh Klog, Francois Martel, and the two kids as a winner of the Scottish Grand Prix? What is happening?
I don't know. Pit party.
Okay.
They closed off the pits, so you can't get back into them. It was an update not too long ago, and I think they're just trying to squeeze through and finding out that there's a K barrier there now. But I don't know. I said it last week. I think I'm going to say it again this week, Blanche. I mean, Evan and Kieran were so close in qualifying times. If they're running anything like that during this race, we're in for a good one.
As we get ready to grid for the Scottish Grand Prix. Marcus Hendrick Simmer on the JC Simsport Discord, he said, would I have been still penalized with a black flag, I would have made it. I said, yes, you should have just kept driving because they died in the next corner. So,
yep.
Lessons learned. As we wait to grid for the Scottish Grand Prix, our grid looks like this. We've got Kieran Lifflander on pole position. Then it's four-time consecutive defending world champion Evan McFarland next to him, Zach Blanche, Josh Darnell, Klaus Kreutzer, and Matthew Lindy. 6 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers for the penultimate round of the World Championship in 2025B. Thanks for joining us on ASN. Brian Sawyer, Josh Mertz. We wait for Evan McFarland to grid. And those two were 0.002 between them in qualifying. This is going to be spicy down to turn number 1. 15 seconds left until the lights begin. Evan's on grid. We get ready to go green in Scotland. Green flag in Scotland, off the line, even start between the two kids. 4 wide, nearly behind them. Down to the first corner, Lifflander's pulling McFarland. They are even. It's Blanche, Darnell, Kreutzer, and Lindy. Into the dirt. McFarland gives him a little nudge, tries to move him up the hill. Contact with Kreutzer and Darnell in the dirt. As Kreutzer had to cut the track, he gets past, move him back to the 6th spot. Car length between McFarland and Lifflander with the 20 out in front over the dirt. No joker on the first lap of the race. You have to go around the regular course. Couple car lengths between them. McFarland onto the dirt. Into the wall goes the world champion. And he's in the wall. The left front is demolished on that car. And he's out on the first lap of the race, Brian.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. There's no way you're getting that car back on track. We watched, I think, both left side both left side tires come off of the car. We're going to the last week once again.
Oh my gosh, he turned in with the left sides on the grass, and I tell you guys every single week, whether it's in cast or whether I'm driving with you, I say you have to be perfect. You do not drop the left sides off the road, onto the dirt, into the wall, and I don't know what that's gonna do to the points exiting Scotland. We'll have to see. Let's get a reset. As Lifflander leads, Blanche, Darnell, Lindy, and Kreutzer. Wow, do you have a replay of that? Can you pull that up?
I definitely can.
I'll keep an eye on live pictures. If you can, roll it back professionally, do a blimp cam, because we can see him. He was upset on corner entry. And into the wall he went. Unbelievable stuff. As Lifflander sets fastest lap, it's another test session. As soon as he compromised his entry, pushing wide, done. Over.
And he probably knew halfway through that turn, or actually probably immediately as he turned, he was done. Matthew Lindy also had an incident. We're going to take a look at what happened there before we get back to the live pictures. Lindy inside. Oh, he does it. Yeah, his
Lindy's
car's done
crashed
as well.
again?
Yeah, he has hit the inside barrier on turn 1. That ended his race. That's Kieran Lifflander, Zach Blanche, and Josh Darnell. Top 3. Nobody's jokered yet. They're all holding on to them. Mainly you hold on to it here if you get in traffic. There's not much for traffic left. We're down to 4 cars in a 6-car race.
I'm just...
We got Zach Blanche going wide. Josh Darnell eating his rear bumper.
As Kieran Lifflander trying to get his 17th win in the World Championship this afternoon. He will tie Francois Martel if he can close it out in the next couple laps. And I'll tell you what happened there from a driver point of view. What happened to Evan is a kid who's pushing so hard for a 5th consecutive championship, as we have a joker from, is that Darnell? No, it's Blanche, sorry, in the 2. We've got a kid who is pushing so hard, trying to find every little bit of track that you can use right over the edge. And like we said, he knew right when he turned in. And Kevin will get some points after the race once these guys finish up. But just looking off the swing right now, let's say a checkered flag dropped right now. Kieran would get 25 in the race. Evan would get 18. So that would probably, let's call it I would say 5 or 6 points to Kieran going into hell next week.
I think this might be the first time Kieran's been in the lead going into the final race.
He had the lead going into hell last season by a couple of points. I wasn't there for that last race, but I remember
I think
Brands Hatch.
I think he had the lead, but drop week shenanigans was gonna allow Evan to win. He had to win the race, not come in second.
This is another time, and I watched back the... Go ahead, Brian, sorry.
We know Evan has a drop week last week. Josh Darnell finally took his joker to respond. Zach Blanche comes out about
Kieran
a
nearly
half
died
second
in turn
behind
1.
him. Let's see what happens here. This is the most interesting thing we got going on right now between Blanche and Darnell for second overall.
It's through the dirt.
It looks
Blanche and Darnell.
Yeah, Blanche went. Josh ran an extra 2 laps. Then he took his. He tried to just beat him on pure pace, but that Fiesta struggles here at pure pace. There's such a long straight where the Subaru just excels way too much. You can see it right here. Subaru just starting to gap Darnell. Darnell's definitely faster in the dirt than Blanche.
I noticed that on Monday, that I was being pulled by Ron Deletto and the other Byte 500 guys, but I was pulling them in the dirt. It's so nimble because of the shorter wheelbase in the Fiesta. And Darnell sitting in third. Blanche trying to get another podium. Darnell trying to get another podium. 2 laps to go for Lifflander. We don't have to take a second look, but Lifflander was basically going to hit the wall in turn 1. I thought he was going to, and he corrected that car really well, but he is maximizing everything that he can as he resets fastest lap. 35.633.
if I'm Lifflander net right now, I'm not resetting fastest lap. I'm slowing down a little bit. You have an 6-second lead. You don't have any Joker rotation things going on. Just run your race nice and safely. This is an easy track to lose it at. You go right now. Evan's leaving. Evan's out. I'm leading the race.
We talk about this a lot, though, as we take the white flag for Lifflander. If you slow down, think of Ayrton Senna, 1988 in Monaco. He slowed down as such a far lead, ended up crashing. Off the road goes Lifflander in the 20. You can't get out of your zone, because the moment you get out of your zone, you are in trouble. As we go through the dirt for the final time, it has been such a wacky season since the start for the 33rd NASA Rallycross World Championship. And once again, Kieran Lifflander looks like he will go into the finale as the championship leader deep into the final corner, but it's win number 17, tying Francois Martel for 6th all-time. Lifflander does it in Scotland yet again, as jokering is Darnell, but Blanche will pip him at the line. Yes, he will. 3rd is Darnell, 4th Kreutzer, 5th Lindy, and the story of the day, world champion McFarlane out on the first lap. As I'm struggling to comprehend what we had watched, and it's been something else. Full disclosure, I'm going to get those points estimated right now for you guys while we do that. And, oh, this is looking really good. Okay. So, we take a look at the classification. I'm going to try and see if we've got any interviews. We don't yet. Do we want to take a look at points super quick, Brian?
Yeah, we can go ahead and look at points before we do interviews. I don't mind.
Should be all fixed up and ready to go.
They look good to go. I'm just giving it a second to suck into the system here. And there we are. Kieran Lifflander takes the lead of this championship with 1 week to go. 194 points to 189 for Evan McFarlane. Zach Blanche in 3rd with 169 points. Matthew Lindy, Klaus Kreutzer, Josh Darnell up 1 position to 6 over Marcus Indrek Simmer, Devin Hughes, Jake Robichaux, and Octavio Rondoletto, top 10. Moving over the teams, TWR Subi Squad overtakes JC Sim Sport 415 to 226. No, they didn't overtake. I don't know what that's doing. Josh, you broke something. Control Z Racing, Kieran Lifflander Racing, Fiesta Siesta, Byte 500, Slapex Racing, Control Z Ford, Control Z Subaru, and TO Racing for our top 10. And let's see.
We already know. Subaru, Ford, Mystery Car, and Volkswagen for manufacturers.
Of course.
Alrighty. We got some interviews ready for us. Are you ready? And then we'll get rolling here. First one, it's going to be Josh Darnell. And one question, actually 2 questions. Evan crashing, what are you thinking about that? How was your race? And then you only took 1 Joker, so how did you even make it here?
I took 2 Jokers.
In the semifinal. I thought you only took 1.
Oh, yeah. So in the semifinal, during the heat race, our checkered flag popped up a lap early. So it didn't count. I took the second Joker on my lap 5 of 5, but it didn't count, and it dropped me down the grid order further because of that.
Oh,
but we were all freaking out. Like the heats, the LCQ glitched when Simmer left, we think. When Simmer left, we think it glitched, and we were getting the checkered flag waving on 4 of 5. It was very odd.
Wonderful.
So it broke. Yeah, I was still able to drive around the track for a solid 2 minutes. The checkered flag was on my screen for 2 laps.
That explains why Lindy and Kreutzer didn't have to finish and it kicked it forward. Huh.
Yep.
Okay, so the bug's not there. I guess, Brian, you're going to have to do another bug report. Alrighty, my friend. I guess talk me through the feature real quick, and then who'd you like to thank?
Feature race was surprising. Didn't expect this. Evan and I have been practicing all week. It's usually the same stuff happens to me. You practice and practice and practice, and the one mistake you haven't made all week is the mistake that you make when it matters most. And it's just what happens sometimes. It got the better of him. I I don't think I'd be on the podium without him having crashed. So I'm thankful, I guess, a little bit for that if I'm going to be selfish, but it doesn't feel good to see your teammate crash like that. So it was upsetting. I'm happy where I am though. The team did, all things considered, team did good. To give a quick shout out, just to kind of, you got to get out of here. Quick shout out to you, Josh Meritz and Brian Sawyer, for putting on this show and doing it with the time frame that you guys have. It's a lot of work, and we all really appreciate you. And shout out to my mom, my dad, my shout out to Vance, shout out to everyone at TWRS, and that's it. I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
All right, buddy. Good race, and we will see you tomorrow for the Lights Cast.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
As next up, Zach Blanche. I asked Darnell this question. I'm going to ask you the same question. Talk me through the semifinal, the craziness there, and then Evan crashing on the first lap, and then your race in general. The floor is yours.
So yeah, the watching Evan crash is disappointing again. He seems to be making little mistakes, but he just needs to get his head straight. He'll be right. We've got one more round for him to get back. It was hard. I was trying to chase down Kieran, but literally I did not turn one lap of practice. The first lap I did was qualifying because I was running late. So I was a little bit off pace, but I had to freaking defend from Josh all race. Dude was on my ass the whole time. So it's good that he's giving me a run for my money. So that's good for the competition and whatnot. But yeah, it sucks that I can't give Kieran a run for it yet. I'm not up to that kind of pace yet, but we'll get there. It was pretty funny looking at the feature race lineup, and it definitely felt like one of those funny meme videos that you see, Kieran at front and just TWRS boys just swarm behind him. So, but it was good fun, and it's good to get out here.
Anyone you'd like to thank for the podium?
Yeah, huge thanks to all the TWRS boys, as always. Evan, Josh, Klaus, Matt, they've always been good. And Eric for doing what he does. He's always good in the background, helping out. I'm gonna tell myself that I'll show up for practice next week, but we'll see what happens. We definitely need to turn some more laps to catch up, but I think that I would have held some points on Matt, so I think the P3 is kind of set in stone now. I'd love to see the points though, and how far off the top boys I was.
Alrighty, my friend. Good race, and we will see you next week.
All right, thank you.
What's the thought process going into the final race of the season? Because, oh boy.
No, sorry. I thought you were going to continue with the question. My bad. I don't know.
Right,
I mean, I assume I'm in the lead now in the championship, which is again, I don't know. I'm very certain I am though. After last week, I was pretty hyped up. I knew we had crazy speed coming here to Knockhill, and then the last week in Hell. And then the two previous weeks before this round, Evan was really good at Iowa, and Iowa being one of them. And I'm just glad, and I'm able to bring it home again. And we did the same thing last season. We won, and we swept the rounds. And yeah, it's been like that for the past few seasons. So again, our setup here in cars are unstoppable. We've got crazy pace here, and I think definitely a remarkable day, and I mean, we didn't really make any mistakes. Had a little bit of an iffy quali, and then there were a couple laps in the heat and the feature where we went off track. But to be honest, in the heat, that was just to kind of see where the limit was on the car. Made a couple adjustments so I could push harder in the feature, and it definitely panned out in my favor. So with the mistake that Evan had made. So again, very very grateful and thankful to be in the position I am now to be able to win. And now we're up and going to the one track that I still haven't beat my sort of not really rival at, Evan. And it's been like that for the past 3 seasons. We've been going here and I haven't beaten him. So or 2 out of the 4 seasons we've been going here. So hopefully next Saturday, third time's a charm. We can cap off the season being a first-time world champion in the supercars, and yeah, finally winning here in this at Hell.
Yeah, it's your second season in a row going into the final race in the lead. This week this season there should be no drop week shenanigans. Because Evan did have the bad week last week also. And now we have qualifying and LCQ and heat points. So it's not all down to just a feature race. So it's going to be an interesting final race for sure. Anybody you want to thank for your race this afternoon, Kieran?
Yeah, I got to thank everybody on the team that makes this possible. Darren, Daryl, Garth, Jameson, Clinton, Kevin, and all these people, they've been very supportive throughout. And, Kevin just coming back, and he's made his, I'm pretty sure, Contenders debut last week. And, yeah, we're going into these last 2 rounds for lights, and then the last round for supercars and Contenders. With a very strong and confident and comfortable loadout of drivers. So got to thank all of them for being by my side, and the 2 new drivers, Clinton and Jameson, and yeah, the whole family watching here at home, mom, dad, my sister, Fanatec, Simcraft, you guys for putting on the show, and yeah, all glory to God. And yeah, really excited to get back after next week. If you want any of my setups, add me on Discord, Kieran_Liftlander20. DM me, and we will go from there. Setups are at a very budget price and of $5. So be sure to hit me up. And yeah, can't wait to hopefully cap off the season and the lights being a world champion, and hopefully win the supercars for sure.
Wonderful. Well, we will see you next week. Have a good rest of your afternoon. And that's all I got for you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Josh Mertz got sucked into the Matrix, so I'm ending this show for us. Go ahead, look at what we got coming up later this week, and then we'll get ourselves out of here. Since we already did the points, coming up tomorrow, we got NASA Rallycross Futures and Lights. Those start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to 9, where Josh Darnell and myself will be calling Round 7 of the Lights World Championship at Hell. NASA Rallycross Contenders will be on Monday with Justin Robichaud and myself. That is the finale for NASA Rallycross Contenders, and then we'll be back here next week with the finale for the World Championship at Hell at 2 p.m. Eastern with Josh Mertz and myself. What else do we got going on? We got SimCar coming back early January. That's going to be a great series. Don't know what kind of car combination they're going to do this season. They usually switch that up quite a bit. We'll find out. I got nothing else here. NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by OSSCenter.com. Thank you, Rob Hartland, for all your support throughout these years. And by Whiplash Simcams. Go to facebook.com/WSimcams for all your camera needs. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for all those cameras. And that's it. That was a good race. Didn't get to add to my flip counter. Really have been wanting to use that, but we'll see if we can use it at Hell. It's not much of a track to get some flips on, but we might be able to get 1 or 2 on there. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the 16 that we got at Barcelona. But with that, the checker flag falls on Knockhill. Congrats to Kieran Liftlander for the victory this evening. And thank you to all the ASN staff and the viewers watching. And that's all I got. I don't have the script up, and Josh just kind of said I have to go. So I'm riffing it. We're going to end it right there. Have a good afternoon, everybody.